Hi, I'm Stephen Meyer, CEO and Director of Learning and Development at the Rapid Learning Institute, and I want to talk to you about one of the great frustrations many leaders face, how to get managers to embrace their talent development role. You and your managers know how important it is to develop people, and you want to excel at it. But unfortunately, reality doesn't always meet expectations. When managers invest in developing their teams, it's a win-win-win. Managers win because they're worth their weight in gold to organizations if they can replicate in others the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that made them successful. Employees win because they're better at their jobs when they work for managers who know how to develop them. And companies win because well-trained teams perform better. In this 6-minute video, we're going to give you a breakthrough approach to getting managers to embrace their coaching role. We'll start with a powerful insight into why they so often don't do it. Then we'll show you a model for getting it done. Why doesn't talent development happen? Take a look at the Fogg behavior model from Professor B.J. Fogg at Stanford University. It says that 2 key factors drive behavior change: motivation and ability. If you get the right mix of both, you're above the action line and behavior change occurs. Most managers are reasonably motivated to develop people. The problem is on the ability axis. The task just seems too hard to do. Sometimes managers lack the skills, but usually it's simply because they perceive training as time-consuming and overwhelming. So our challenge is to make developing people easier to do, to take managers from point A to point B and get them above the action line. The way managers view talent development has everything to do with the way they frame the task. Unfortunately, many find it overwhelming because they view it through a wide lens. If managers think, I need to teach my supervisors to lead or my sales reps to sell, that task will almost always seem overwhelming. Despite their best intentions, most managers will push it to the bottom of their priority list and it won't get done. But what if we could reframe that task through a narrow lens? What if we could repackage talent development for managers and make them perceive it as doable? Well, we can. The secret is single concept learning. When you frame talent development as a series of narrowly defined learning events, as in your task is to coach supervisors on how to deal with a bad attitude, or sales reps on how to counter a price objection, the task seems doable. Single concept learning is about teaching one concept, changing one behavior, and achieving one desired outcome, and it's a potential game changer for managers. Notice we use the word coach. Training is intimidating. Managers don't see themselves as trainers. Coaching people on very narrow skills that the manager already masters isn't intimidating at all. By repackaging the talent development challenge, we can get managers to change their behavior. And here's the real magic. Imagine a manager coaches an employee who deploys a new skill successfully and achieves a desired outcome. That manager just earned what we call a small victory. That success inspires the manager to try again. That leads to another small victory, and another, and another. As managers accumulate small coaching victories, they build success momentum and acquire a core competency as talent developers. Here's a model that will help managers deploy single concept coaching tools and start creating small victories. It's based on research into how actual Rapid Learning Institute clients use the 5 to 10 minute modules on RLI's learning platform. You start the process by going to Assign Training on your Learning Center dashboard, where you instruct your entire team to watch a single concept learning module before the date of the meeting. Check your usage reporting to make sure they actually do it. Next, start the meeting by revisiting the module as a group. Discuss the concept with emphasis on how it applies to your organization. Then drill down and explore how it applies to your team and even to specific individuals on the team. Next, at the end of this meeting, ask each team member to draft a brief personal action plan. That is, a bulleted list of specific action steps that they'll take to deploy the learning concept. Have each team member verbalize the plan to the group, then schedule a second meeting in 2 weeks. In the meantime, team members apply the learning concept on the job. Ask them to watch the module again before the second meeting. Have them take a few notes in what's called an implementation log to record what actually happened when they implemented their action plans. Check your usage reporting to verify that they revisited the quick take, and at the second meeting, watch the quick take again and discuss the implementation log. Did they do what they said they'd do? What obstacles did they encounter? How did they attempt to overcome those obstacles? What worked? What didn't? When you're ready, you start the process over again with a new quick take. Each team member who improves performance through this coaching process is a small victory for the manager. Success momentum gives managers confidence and vastly increases their value as leaders in your organization. Thanks for listening.